Alright, guys. Give me 1 second to get set up here. Trying to make sure I have everything ready to go. Alright. Sorry, it's gonna go through that a few times. There it goes. Okay. Stupid cats. Okay. We're gonna try to continue painting on these. We're gonna try. And then I actually primed this baby so we can paint her. Went ahead and primed it so we can paint her today. If I need to, I will switch my lighting so I can see and you can see better. If I need to adjust anything, let me know. I think we're good on all accounts. But we will go ahead and start I think with the butcher's table. In all fairness. How is everyone today? I hope all is well. I know I am still getting over being sick. Kind of sucks. But it is what it is. That's kind of why there wasn't a live stream last week. Sorry for that. But, you know, trying to get over not feeling well. I wasn't really motivated to paint. However, I did games, so if you want to catch those, it's going to be Twitch and Caffeine. So if you ever want to see those streams or anything, you can catch those on Twitch and Caffeine. You can tell when paint really needs to be shook up. Got my flow medium just in case. Get some orange. Make these fish pretty vibrant. Pretty different than how we're gonna make those mermaids look. Alright, for now that's I think that's all I'm gonna grab. For now. Now you can see my paints and stuff. Once again, these models are from Etsy. So we have that going. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. I hope everybody's day is going well. And If it's not, I hope today gets better for you. Having a crappy day sucks. I know y'all can hear that. Try to mix it up real good. We're just gonna let that sit upside down for a little while. I think same thing's gonna happen with the yellows. We're gonna have to let them sit upside down for a little while. That's okay though. The colors I don't use very often. Daffodil yellow always looks nice. It's this yellow I'm afraid of. Not horrible, just kind of runny. We'll let that mix up. Those can wait. And any questions about what I'm using or anything, you can ask. Feel free. There's no gatekeeping here. Most of what I use anyway, you can find on Amazon or anything like that, and it's pretty cheap because I don't have a ton of money, so it's pretty affordable for everybody what I use. All right. Yes, it looks like I've dipped them in nacho cheese. Because the yellow's so runny. But that is okay. For now, anyway. Because the orange I'll be mixing with them later. And then I can always go back and fill in those tiny, tiny holes with black. Can't see anything. I'm done my daffodil yellow. It's good. Okay. God damn it. I did a no-no. I dropped my brush completely in the water. That's a big no-no. Especially when you're mini painting. That's a big no-no. You want your brushes to be as nice as possible. Alrighty. Mainly want that nice pretty yellow base. As you can see, they're really shaded for the head. Because we're gonna do a nice bright yellow head on these guys. I like my models to be very vibrant and very like eye-catching, especially if like their surroundings are kind of like drab, like the concrete, which I still need to add more texture and stuff too. Same with the wood. Like if I know the surroundings are gonna be kind of more drab, then I'm gonna try and make anything I can have pretty color. Even if it's the smallest little detail. Don't worry, we're gonna go back and like add some depth. The first thing I want to do is add that nice yellow head to these guys. And we'll put like little eyeballs and stuff on them. No, at the moment I do not have a reference photo, but I'm just kind of going off what I, in my head, kind of see for fish in the region of what I'm thinking, like where these guys come from. And I mean, they're still realistic looking kind of fish. They're not. They don't look totally fake or anything. They look real. More real big stuff. That won't be better. What happens when you let acrylics just sit? Okay. Messed up the bright yellow head. It's okay. Easy enough to fix. My cats have been all over my brushes. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. That's always my worry when I'm doing stuff like this, is like you can't see what I'm doing. It's always my worry. No, this is not the no. No, 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 no. If you're wondering what's going on, I'm yelling at my cat. Because he thinks now is the time to come say hi to Mom. He thinks now is the time to say hi to his mommy. Which it is not. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead, got those done. I'm gonna go ahead and so my theory is once you catch a mermaid, at least in my lore, so the lore I'm coming up with is like once you catch a mermaid, obviously they're gonna be eating them, or you know, it's nothing like typical, right? So in this case, once you catch these guys, and they're no longer in the sea, and where beauty runs, you become poisonous. So, and since they become poisonous, that's why I like all the black and stuff I put on here before. Like, she was vibrant green. You'll be able to see that in a minute, because I'm gonna do like a vibrant green section where there's no black. But she was a vibrant green mermaid. And since this person has tried to demean her and has killed her, she is no longer a vibrant green mermaid. She is a siren. I love these paints for shit like this. Well, my idea originally was these were always going to be sirens. They weren't mermaids. They thought they caught mermaids because they're good meat, and they keep hearing these stories about how they're good meat. But instead they caught sirens. And you'll see why I say that. And maybe you saw that on the other model, because these guys have spikes. But sirens are always poisonous. Like, you're not supposed to eat them or anything, because they're poisonous. But I'm thinking these fishermen are so greedy, they don't really care. I think that's my story. They don't really care that you're not supposed to, because obviously they could have flayed her spikes off. But this looks like a regular mermaid tail to me. So maybe these guys don't know how to properly cut it. Kind of like pufferfish, you gotta have the know-how to eat them. Or they become deadly. And this is what she did look like. Trying to make it look like she's turning. Like it's turning that color. A dark, evil, dingy color. Don't worry, I think it's a little too watery, so we'll try to brush out a bit. And then reapply. So she did look like, and as her flesh is turning, you can see what it's becoming. Yeah. We'll get to the meat part in a minute and touching up the wood and stuff. Now, to do the same to this one. This one's going to be a little harder, because as you can tell, there's a face, there's some ears, there's a hand dangling down. There's also netting along here. So, I'm going to apply the large majority of the paint and then go back and do all the rope. and stuff at a later time. This one, though, we're gonna do more red, I think. So grab a drop of that. Grab some of this. No big on this. It's gonna cause it to look kind of purpley. Anywhere there's black. Now see, this is a siren. These are the ones you're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed to sell to people to eat. Everybody on the ocean knows you're not supposed to eat sirens. This is a big no-no. But in my brain, like, these butchers that are selling these guys, just, they don't care at this point. At this point, they don't give a shit. They're willing to make people sick because they just want their money. They know selling these things, people want this exotic fish meat, and they're willing to make people sick because they know people that are willing to pay. Big money. So she's got like the spikes on her back, and sirens are a lot darker colored anyway. But we're still gonna do like a very similar thing. Hair coloration. Very purpley. I'm gonna mix those colors together. Makes sense though. Alright, now it's hard to get and see her fin. Wrapped up in all the rope. It's very hard to see her fin wrapped up in all that rope. So, take this. Maybe not that much. Just kind of. There we go. We're gonna say like some of it's right there. Sorry, I'm getting kind of quiet. This is where I have to kind of like concentrate. And the good part about this is we can do some cleanup with when we paint the rope and the net and stuff. That's the wonderful part about this. Is you do cleanup. When you do that, these models are so gorgeous. Etsy does a wonderful job on models. If you're looking for more like a custom model or something more obscure than your typical models that you're finding at your hobby stores or anything like that, I would suggest Etsy. Or if you have a 3D printer, I'm sure you can find something online. I do not have a 3D printer, so I found beautiful things on Etsy. Very beautiful things on Etsy. Yeah, just trying to drag some of that red down. This is the deceased bird, but sirens are a little different. Versus when you actually start cutting it up. The siren, the minute you pull them out of the water, everything becomes poison. Now, since I've got all these colors going, not at the moment, I don't want to pull looks like she's more of a mermaid than a siren, even though she's got a couple spikes like here and there. Sorry guys, not mean for that to happen. We're gonna just kind of change how she's sitting a bit. The cats have gotten to her. Cats get cat hair everywhere. I might actually change her tail and stuff up a bit. She does have jewelry on, so wait a minute. I have not had time to buy new metal paints. So, we're just gonna go with some rose gold, which I know is typical of me. But we're also gonna use that in her scales and stuff too. Because she's sitting in this basin. Looks like they've been trying to keep her alive because maybe they're figuring it out. Oh, I'm gonna have to paint the fish. First, I'm gonna have to paint the concrete and stuff, then I'll go back and paint the fish in the net. They look like they've been trying to keep her alive longer. For some reason, I don't know why, but trying to keep her alive longer, so maybe her scales won't be as dingy. So we'll start her rot just because this whole part of the fin's been over the tub and the rest of her body's been in it. So we'll start the rot just kind of starting to turn her beautiful, vibrant green fins. Just we'll get it started down here. It's just starting. It's just starting to kind of see how much better the acrylic takes. This is why you always prime your minis. See, do not do as I physically do. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm trying to make it so it's not shadowed on y'all. And I'm still getting all the crevices. Oh, beautifully. This is sticking. And it's not like coming off. So beautiful. This is why you prime your miniatures, my friends. Yeah, the rot's just starting on that fin. Normally you would think rot would make them less shiny. They get sticky. You know, rotten fish. Gets sticky. It's still shiny, it's just sticky and icky and ugh. Things you know you don't want. Stinker. Like I said, these people don't care. They've stopped caring. They've stopped giving a crap if they poison their customers. They don't care. People are willing to pay for this. But maybe one person is kind of cared. So I think the goal of the party here is going to be to try and save her. Maybe she's still got some life in her, just enough to where maybe she could be saved. Maybe. Because it's just starting. It's just starting to turn her like sticky, oily substance. It's not like her friend over here that has completely lost her life. I've always used these as an accent color. Never just used them as the main paint before. Kinda glad I'm using them as the main paint. They deserve to be the main paint in the Mermaid painting, I think. Very beautiful. Said it's just starting, so they deserve all the love and recognition these colors give. They're so like bright and shiny, even in a very low lit room. These just add some oomph to your table. Like if you like to run a very low lit, they just add so much oomph to your miniatures. Alright, and cancel 2 rounds. Which is fine. Pretty shift is kind of what I'm going for. Yes, these are meant to be gray. Her side dorsals here are meant to be gray. Okay. All right. Everything's falling. I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh no. Always. Always. There we go. Alright, so now, while we're waiting on, I'll actually take some of this, and I'm going to mix some of this into it. Still make it look like her scales. It just looked like it came from underneath the sea a little more. You can tell where they meant to cut it off. Got something around her neck. Try not to do too much with the jewelry or anything because I still have to do her flesh. Like her hair and stuff and everything, and I have to do her flesh. So that means I'll have to repaint all this. Or go back and like touch it up, typically. Because typically they tell you to paint like your flesh and stuff first, because you can be messy with it and not have to worry about details and things like that. That's an iron shackle. That's okay. Guess what? Just notice she's chained to the... She's chained. That's okay. We'll paint it a different color. I really just want the shine underneath of it. That's fine. This is not an iron shackle though. That is part of her outfit. And we'll leave that nice and pretty. Oh no, the paint's not peeling up. That is just... I don't have enough paint. Brush. So it's lifting because it's too dry. Okay, that's pretty. Then we'll come back and we'll actually dry and brush like some gold so you can see the scales better. Okay, so that one is done for now. Our poor friends. Okay, so now we need to make these look good. So we'll put up the color shifting stuff, put the yellow, get out the grays and stuff again, and see if I can make these look good. And I just have to remember, be careful how much I'm trying to build on them, because red, some purple, it's kind of done with the red. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna also add like some shimmeriness to their scales and stuff, don't worry. I just, like I said, haven't gotten to the store to buy more paint. So the shimmeriness to their scales and stuff may look cute. It's different. That's still dark brown. That's still dark brown, so we don't need that one. one, that one. Sorry guys, just kind of fluffing through the paints, kind of exchanging certain ones for other ones. As you can see, just getting out like my browns and whites and like a purple or two, mainly for like textures, like purple and reds make good like meat colors, like muscular colors, exposed flesh colors, those kinds of things, which is what we want. So give these a good mix. Gray. Just plop those in there. I'm gonna have to go paint shopping eventually. A lot of what you're gonna hear, and I've taken out of context. I can be real dirty. Let's see. Might have fudged up. I did not put tags apes. That's my oopsie. Sorry, just trying to get some of these paints shaken up real well. That's all. a minute because I got a fair amount I need to put on my palette. You can see the camera bouncing. I'm hoping soon to get a table just for miniature painting, and I can secure the camera a little better so it doesn't constantly have to move. So hopefully I can help with that, the bouncing a bit. I know people with motion sickness, it's not gonna be great. Trust me, I feel ya. I don't get motion sick, thank goodness, but I know people who do, so I know exactly how you feel. Just mixing paints under the table. Oh, mind you, I also color and do a bunch of other stuff, so if you like to see any of that, I'm hoping to get some models here soon. I know one of my friends who also streams on YouTube named Fargassier, and another one of my friends that streams on YouTube as well, and they also stream on Caffeine and Twitch. One of them streams on Twitch. Frugan and Gassier, they're supposed to be getting some stuff printed, and they want me to paint it. I know Frugan wants me to paint a decently sized Cyndaquil, and I think Fargassier wants me to paint some Fallout stuff. So that stuff will be coming soon to the channel. So if you are interested in any of that kind of stuff, we will be painting that stuff up, and I will make sure to add those tags when we do such. I forgot to add tags today. That was my bad. Gotta love it when streamer brain hits and you're like, oh no, and then you try and do what you were supposed to do in the beginning, and it's like, nope, you're not allowed to now. Gotta love it. And then rear white. Alrighty. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's base this blade. I know I did it last time. We're gonna go ahead, and we're also gonna put some rust in this thing. Make it look real gnarly. Like if the king's men were to come down here and address this situation. These guys would have something to say about it and be like, nope, sorry. And the Kingsmen might back off. Or maybe your bard might try to say something and he might get a little scared. I'm gonna try my very best at doing some non-metallic metal. But I know it's very hard to do. It's a very hard technique to do. So not making it, trying to make it look too shiny. That's why I'm going with like a rust colored blade here. I'm doing some wet blending for some of this. Obviously this side is very heavily shadowed because of the bucket. So we only have to build up the light, all the lighter parts for this right here. When you do it super wet like this, you can get some decently natural looking blacksmith kind of hammered metal effects. And I highly enjoy that. So like this is gonna get, because any kind of light, you're obviously gonna be seeing that. And then the light's coming down, and might be a little bit like along this part, the blade here. Don't take this as a tutorial for this technique. There are plenty of tutorials for this technique. Many good people. Miniac, for instance, great, awesome miniature painter. A wonderful tutorial on non-metallic metals. Metallic metals. This is just my attempt, and it's going to suck. I can tell you that right now, it's going to suck. But I'm trying, and that's the important part. You know, this is about having fun. This is about trying new things. This is about, you know, opening yourself up to attempting new things, and though you might not be good at them, you're gonna try them, and yeah, you may not be great at them, but there's only one way to get better. There's only one way to get better at these kinds of things, and that is to keep trying. Am I near where Miniac is? No. Did I just start this hobby like a year ago? Yes. Am I highly enjoying myself, having fun and making tutorials? Not even tutorials. Just making like paint-alongs. Yes. Do I want to get better? Yes. Here comes the fun part. Because it's so horrible looking, we're gonna take a little black, a little brown, no, not even a little brown, the black, some orange. Oh, that overtook everything. Red. I make what I call the like perfect rust color. It may not be the perfect rust color to you, and that's fine. To me, it's a wonderful rust color. And like I said, I'm not planning on making this blade very shiny. I tried. Obviously, I failed. So, another one of my favorite miniature painters, Ninjon. Cover everything in rust. Tried non-metallic metal, didn't work. Alright, rust it out. Turn it into rust. Turn it into a rusted blade. And then you can always try non-metallic metal again later. There we go. Rusty knife. That looks good. And see, blade shouldn't be exposed to sea salt anyway. So, here you go. Works in my favor. It's exposed to sea salt, which is a big no-no. It's a very good dark handle. Very good rich color. Rich wood color. Now I've definitely got it to where it's sticking now, because I've put enough of this fucking acrylic paint on it last time. Like I said, last time was a good example of you don't have primer, right? Use acrylic paint. Then let it dry really, really well. Past couple weeks, it's had a chance to dry. And here's the thing. We're gonna kind of shadow around the tail of it. Like around the knife, and well, good thing it's a rusted blade, you know? Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, it matches the... But it's also going to be a shadow, so... wood's going to be a little darker there. Old table. Okay. Now, here's the trick. I'm going to switch out to a dry brush. Dry brush. we're going to when you're trying to dry brush something, and I learned this off of a video, Geek and Sundry from Matthew Mercer. They had one for like his painting techniques. I don't remember. But dry brushing, you want it a very dry brush, and you want a very less product, as little of product, like I'm wiping it off on the wax paper. That's just so I don't paste anything, which you can do, but you really just want like no product on there. You kind of want it to look like, you can wipe it off on a paper towel, you can basically it should have a look like there's no product in there whatsoever. If you're dry brushing, it should be like no product on your brush, like hardly at all, if any, none. I'm gonna go lighter on the table, but instead of light as I'm going on the handle. Nope, I just washed that brush off, so it's no longer a dry brush. So you have to switch brushes now. So we're going to take this one and mix it with this one. No more this one. This is literally just gonna hide into the table. And if you think you have too much or something, I sometimes like to take a paper towel and like wipe it off, which is, you're allowed to do that. It's your miniature, you can do whatever the heck you want to it. You're very much allowed to, you think you have too much like paint on it, or you can definitely, I'm just gonna, the bucket, and yes, I'm gonna have to attack the handle. The bucket. See, the dry brushing brings out all the detail in the bucket. So cool. It looks so nice. Okay. And now that all that's done, and it actually looks like a table now, we have to add the blood spot. This one. So, fairly thin, yeah. So there's two versions of the blood. There's gonna be some really dark stuff. Just gonna be like on the blade and like on the table. There we go. There we go. Not for kids. There's a reason I labeled my stream not for children's. It's not. I'll build it up a little more. A little more like coagulated. Work on the ground a little bit more later. Looks like he's been working on this for quite some time. Now, the internal kind of, it's going to be the same ordeal. A little bit. So, it's where you get kind of learn I don't want it to look like it's not fresh, which I will eventually, by the way, guys. Get them. There's a butcher like figure where he's got a basket of mermaid tails behind him. He's sitting on them. We will get that eventually, and I will. We're gonna add some of those up here. Okay. Okay, so that's like the dried and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so now, don't worry, we'll go back and add some more dried. We're getting into like more vibrant stuff. I'm just gonna paint it over the dried because we're gonna darken that outer edge up. It's gonna be gruesome. Sorry that was out of a frame for y'all, but I wanted to really see what I was doing. Okay, now a little to purple. Then add it to the red. A little to purple and add it to the red. This is the stuff. That makes it look like meat underneath. Purple and red. And I just have to be careful because I'm working on top of acrylic, so it's gonna lift it. I'm not working on my good base, but I'm okay with it lifting it a little bit like that. There we go. These will never look as nice as what I want them to because I fudged up and forgot to do. what I needed to do. See, too much. But that was easily removed, and like I'm using my finger to push it around now. Too much. Well, I can dial it back with more gray. That's no big deal. Like a darker gray. Okay. Mind you, it's just a wood table, so there's plenty underneath there. I'm not trying to make this look nice. I'm trying to make it look like it would. A little bit darker. Just a little darker. There we go. Just kind of dialing it back just a tad bit. You don't want it to look so friggin' white. And then I will mix up a wash real quick. It's hard. Hard. Make a really thin dough. Gray color. The dark gray. With a touch of brown. I need more light gray. Or brown. One of the two. Brown. Works. And then just so bad. Hold on a second. Taking just a damp brush over the top. It pushes all of everything that's on the top of the bricks in between them. If you're wondering how I'm doing that, just damp right over the top. Pushes everything that I just placed on top of them in between them. And you couldn't see in it, well, you could see a little bit. Truly couldn't see a lot of it. Basically just a damp brush. Don't want it soaking wet. Just want it damp. And anything that's sitting on top that you just put down will get kind of pushed in between the bricks. So it won't fuck up everything you've been working on. It'll make it just look kind of muddy. Which is kind of what you want. So, yeah, that's how you do that. And I'm gonna say that one is done. We have one finished product. So pretty much minus the fish eyes we have, and I'm getting in there filling that in, but we pretty much have one finished product, which I'm gonna fill in real fast. Here we go. And it's filled in. It's not that hard. So this one is pretty much done. Just gotta let it dry, and then I'll pull it off. Now, that. I think we'll go ahead, we'll do the same like fill-in trick over here. Make it a little more runny. Only difference, I just made that one a little more runny. Cobblestone on this one's a little less gritty, so, and I don't wanna, because I want this to puddle right there, like she's been dripping. There. And I'll come through with highlights in a minute and stuff. I'm gonna let that dry real good, but I'll come through with highlights and stuff in a minute, but I want it to look like she's been dripping there, so. We may not get it all done. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Don't want to get it all done, you know? Not in one go. I'm just used to getting it all done because, well, not really, but like my other models and stuff, I buy like 2 sessions, 3 sessions at most. They'd all be done. Not these guys. But I'm fine with that. Rather it take a little longer. Get to enjoy them a little more. There we go. Well, I gotta paint the bucket handle. That's okay. Well, the other one. We'll do that. Hold it. Actually, hold on. I'll do that now. It's gonna bother me if I don't do it. It will bother the living crap out of me. God damn it. Of course I did. Of course, I go to paint the bucket handle and my hands get all shaky and it gets on the bucket. That's okay. There we go. Bucket handle is done. But I'll highlight it later. We're gonna go ahead and knock out the other bucket handle while I'm thinking about it. And before we do all the highlights, make this bucket look awesome. Because then at least when I do highlights, I'll cover up if I mess it up. Oh yeah. Cool. Alright. Now, might as well keep out this tiny little brush and figure out what color we're doing the rope. Assuming a pretty light color. We still have to actually do the wood and shit. You know, that might be a good idea for a restart. Doing the rope, but let's see if I like the color. I do like the color of the rope that I've chosen. Looks like rope. Yeah, I can't continue to do that with the wood looking like this. Okay. Alright, let's do the wood. Let's make the wood look real. Starting with the darker, all the highlights. You have to be careful around this area because that is where it joins super glue, and it is not the most stable joint. This would be why I'm waiting to paint the ropes. Okay, got that color, which seems like, oh, it's a lot of the, it's a lot of the shit actually looks really nice. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I get a nice highlight going. Sometimes it's harder to see the highlights because it's a bit much, but I mean it's sea weathered wood, so it's not gonna be like super amazingly perfect or anything either. Like it's not gonna be this like perfect wood. It's sea weathered, it's salt treated, like I have to say it's salt treated because like salt treated wood, and yeah, it's not like this perfect thing. There we go. Like old and it's seen its days on the dock, and that's what I'm going for. Now, this very, very tiny thing is the rope. Let's do the rope. we are doing a zero. The rope's my favorite part. It's so like intricate. Okay. Making sure you got. Damn it all. This is why I always have a brush next to me when I'm doing intricate detail like this. Because if it gets somewhere I don't want it to, I can always clean it up. And I think that's why I like doing stuff like this, is because, well, plus it's salt weathered wood. It's gonna have like bleach spots because salt can bleach, especially with sun. It bleaches wood. If you didn't know that, yeah, test it out for yourself. Just take a piece of wood and put some salt on it, and like water, salt, and like some salt water, and leave it out in the sun. It'll bleach the wood. I'm sorry, I know that's like extremely, there we go, out of focus because it was too close. Oh, sorry guys, top of that was completely out of focus. I'm trying. It's not perfect. No one's perfect. The important thing is I'm trying for y'all. Trying to keep everything in focus. There are going to be parts though that are out of focus. Just let me know when I'm out of focus if you can. I will attempt to fix it as soon as possible. Like that. I'm completely out of focus. I have stuff in my hair and I just washed it. That's lovely. They're not. It's gonna be very hard to do this one. I still have not painted the netting and stuff, so I should probably wait to do the rope on the netting. But I have a feeling it's gonna be very difficult. Okay. For now, that's done. Rope is done for now. we're gonna wash the bucket though. Yeah, I need the bucket. Okay. And I think we're gonna go ahead and do the floor. Obviously no blood over here because there's no butcher table. A little more like where everything's draining, so it's like we're gonna kind of try and get in between all the cracks best we can. It's not gonna be perfect, but there we go. Okay. Alright, so what are we coming on? We have 15 more minutes before I think I'm gonna hop off for the evening. So let that dry. I think we'll work a little, since I've got the browns and stuff out, I think we'll work a little on this. Might as well, right? start like basing our barrel and stuff like that, or wood and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna come through and just start painting. Yeah, I'm painting over the metal and everything, just because I already know that I will come back and unless I can see it's a distinct feature, we're just gonna, with the netting, I see it's a distinct feature, so try our best to avoid it. Obviously the netting is gonna show some of the barrel through it, so barrel, whatever you want to call it, barrel, tub, a little both. For now, we're just literally base coating this, so I want to start off with like a nice rich wood. Why? I have no idea. That's just what I think. Start with like a nice, deep, rich wood. Obviously, the metal is gonna be rusted because it only makes sense. You're putting salt water in it, so it's gonna be rusted. There we go. Excuse me. I think I'm also going to base the rocks at the bottom in this like nasty brown color. It's a wood, it's a rich wood color, but when it's at the bottom of a basin like that, it's not so pretty anymore. And for like all this, we're gonna do our gray work. But we're literally gonna just, right now, I'm literally just painting everything gray. And if it gets somewhat brown paint, obviously it's primed. Why do I have to paint everything gray? Well, if I go ahead and paint everything gray, then my cobblestones all start the same. Because this gray is a little bit different than, plus it's picking up the brown that's bleeding in, which I'm fine with. Like, I'm perfectly fine with it picking up that brown, because if it does, it's like it's leaked all over everything. And I'm covering everything in this because it just helps me make sure I get all the cobblestones underneath. It's kind of like when you do skin. You do the skin first. In this case, we're doing the cobblestone first. Yeah, I added some water just to make sure you're getting it everywhere you need it to. That's all. It'll dry. Once it dries, we'll come back with our highlights and lowlights and all that kind of stuff. Alright. I want a code work one as well, since I've got time. It's her. I just don't know what color skin I'm gonna go with. I think for her we're gonna use this color. Because if I go ahead and work on this now, I can shade and everything next time. Next time we should be finishing these up. And I'm kind of hoping I'll have not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping that I'll have one of the minis from my friends, so I can start working on that. If I don't, I don't. But that's what I'm hoping for. This is literally just a rough skin paint. Because we haven't added any shadows or anything. This is why they tell you to paint the skin first and don't do anything till you do that. Because painting the skin gets like super messy and since it normally takes up the majority of the character's body. Normally the rule of thumb I like to use is paint whatever is taking up the majority of the character. So if it's skin, do skin. If it's some sort of clothing, do that. If it's hair, do the hair. Just whatever is taking up the majority of your character. Do that first. As you can see, I'm getting it all over her hair and all over everything. With it getting all over everything, like I said, just do whatever it is first. I did a no-no with my brushes. That's okay. I'll just get more. They're cheaper brushes from Amazon, so I'll just get more. If they were expensive brushes, I'd be a little more beat up about it. But they are cheaper brushes from Amazon. I am not too worried about it. And if she looks a little jaundiced, I'm okay with this. If she looks a little yellow, I'm okay with this. She's a creature that's not supposed to be out of the water. That is out of the water. So, I'm okay with this. If you're wondering what I have her attached to right now, blue tack. Blue tack is a wonderful thing. This is why I said I'd probably have to go over that amulet again. And paint her face. Just for now, her entire face. We'll go about adding lashes and things later. For right now, just her entire face. I don't know this detail though. Just go right over anything that's still gray. Checking all the nooks and crannies and crevices and making sure there's no gray parts. It would be the same thing if you had black primer or white primer. Just make sure there's no primer showing through your base coat. Even inside the palm of her hand. I know it can get a little difficult getting in there, but just kind of hold her hand. Paint job does not have to be smooth right now. You're base coating. And that's all you're gonna do inside the palm of her hand anyway. Oh, there's skin right there. See, this model has some interesting places for skin. Because she has skin between her hair. So. Okay. So we have that. Does it look great? No, it's not going to. It's your base coat. It's not gonna look great. It's not gonna look awesome right now. Every project you do will have an ugly stage. As an artist, as a miniature painter, as a writer, just everything you do creatively will have an ugly stage. As a content creator, anything, it will have an ugly stage. Trust me. Ugly stages suck. Final products, though, they're awesome. Alright. So we have that. I'm gonna kind of touch up the belt a little bit. I'm gonna do a lot of touching up as far as like belt and maybe some of the fins and stuff, just because I obviously did something I was not supposed to do, and that's to, you know, those things before I did the skin. But I think that is where we're gonna call it. I think she's looking very nice. We got a decent amount of our stuff done. We still have to finish this one that's in the net, but we did finish up the table, and that looks really nice. A little gory, a little nasty. Looks very good. But yeah, so I will see you next time, and until then, have a good day, enjoy your miniature painting, and any creative thing you do, and bye-bye.